Hi, we'll take a few breaths up and then we'll get started. So this is an inhale, up. Oh my goodness, it's also a chance to see how the body is. And up. Oh, good. And up. Now once you're here, you can interlace your fingers, press them up, go over. Oh my goodness, very good. And go up and over. Go up and over. And up and over. Nice. And then let's take the hands to the thighs. Drop a shoulder. Drop a shoulder. Drop a shoulder. Drop a shoulder. Good. Now roll the vertebra up. Walk the feet back together. Lift up your heels this time and lower. Lift up your heels and lower. And lift up your heels and lower. And lift up your heels. Good. 5. Good. 4. Knees are soft. Waking up the lower body, the shoulders. 2. And 1. Now we're going to take a dynaband or an elastic tubing and let the hands go overhead. Now you remember the calf raises we just did. We can add the heel lift with the arms pulling. And exhale. And up. And up. And up. And up. And up. And 8. And 9. 10. Take 5 more. 11. 12. 13. 14. And 15. Really good. Now take the band at the upper back and press out and press out. Now that could be the move. 3, we'll do 2 more. 4, 5, or you can add on a squat with it for the next 10. So press out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good. And now take the band, palms face up, heels in the middle, bend the elbows. Jean, step on the band with your heel or heels. Step on the band. And then bend. Yeah, there you go. And bend. That should feel like you're holding muscles, you're carrying muscles. Nice job. Take that out. Let one hand band of the band come behind you and hold on with your other one down low. Push up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now, the 15th one, we'll switch it up. Take this hand. The other one's low. Push up. 1, 2. (13, 14, and 15). Really good. Step on the band. Palms face you this time, your thighs. Heels in the middle. Elbows out. And 15. Now take one hand out, move the band over a little, and open out to the side. One arm only, and Jean, if it is too hard, you just give yourself more slack. So only one arm's moving out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, other side. Heel on, go out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good, that shoulder's working, but not the neck. Now, let the other heel have that band. We're going to go forward. Twelve, 13, 14, 15. Now switch it up, the other heel. We're gonna go forward, keeping your body square. 4, 5, 6, perfect job, wonderful job. Put the band at your upper back. Now we're going to draw 5 circles. That's it. 1, 2, your neck is soft, your shoulder blades are down the back. Now 5 the other way. It's kind of like you're breaststroking. 5. Really good. Now let's grab a sip and keep your band. We're going to do a couple stretches. Grab a sip. Take the band behind you and hold like a T, a V. 5. Yeah. Try a different angle, so we'll do 3 different angles here. Now one more angle. Feels so good. It's one of my favorite stretches. This is great for posture. Now we're going to do this dynamically 5 times. So as wide a grip as you need, but you're going to try to keep your elbows long. Your body stays true, it doesn't contort. Let's do one more. Inhale and exhale. Nice job. Let's keep those handy. We're going to do something on the floor with them, but for now, get 2 smaller weights like a 2, a 3, a 4, or a 5. Go out like a T with your shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now try 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now lower those down. We'll take an interlace finger position at the low back and lift up for 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, and exhale. Let that go. Take the same weights and we're going to do an overhead press. This is for the shoulders as well. Your feet are probably about shoulder to hip width apart, and you're going to exhale and push. Now this can also be done standing. Seated. 3, 4, so that would be a backup plan. 5, your ribs are pulling down. 6, with your abs. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now lower that down and keep the hand weights by your side. I'm sorry, not totally down, just lower them beside your thighs. Lift up both heels and add a calf raise with this extra weight. 2, 3, 4, 5, good. 6, and lift up both heels, yeah, really tall. 7, 8, 9. Now let's stay there, lift up both arms forward, kind of like you're a Frankenstein mummy. So arms long. Jean, see if you can lengthen your arms and pull them in front like a mummy. Yeah, or Frankenstein. All right, I'll do 5 more so we can all make sure we're getting enough. 4, 3, you're looking good. 2, and 1. Lower those weights down, and then find a wall that you can, or a chair or a couch, something that you can put your hands against. Bend your elbows and push away. Bend your elbows, push away. Now you can make it harder by taking your feet further away from you. You're going to feel like your abs are helping you keep a plank form, ear, shoulder, middle rib, and hip all in a line. Now keep the elbows close to your ribs, and that's going to feel like it's more triceps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now interlace the fingers and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2. That should feel like triceps were working. Take a little arm sway. 5, 4. Just getting some blood flow. 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to take those same weights. We're going to do a tricep overhead press. So 2 weights, 1 per hand. Smaller weight. 2, 3, 4, 5. And lift up and up. Behind you, the elbow is, and Jean, it's like you're shaving the back of your head. Now the other possibility is you could take one hand weight and with two hands hold on to one hand weight. Neck is soft. You can even release your neck. It should be easy to move. Good. Video looks good. Ribs pull down. To back of the arm. One. Leave that down. Now hold on to your hand weights. And I want you to pretend there's a chair you need to sit in. And you sit in a chair. You can leave your hand weights in your hand or not, your choice. And 2. If these kind of squats don't serve you, then just do some calf raises or a single leg kick like we've done with standing bar work. 5, like a dégagé or a battement, a kick. This is also, it's like you're picking up a suitcase. Put your hips more back and your chest out, Betty. Yeah, so right now you feel how your chest is just going forward. Can you keep your chest up? Yeah, chest up a little bit. There you go. See if that feels like more glutes. Yep, there you go. And go all the way tall. Go all the way tall. Keep straightening. And then sit back. Go all the way tall. Yeah. Nice. Now our glutes are working. That's great. And then nice job. Really good. And then take your weights down to the floor. We're going to pick up a heavier weight most likely. Or you can stick with that one. But you're going to pick up a heavier weight. I'd say at least a 5. Maybe a 6 or a 7 or an 8, 9. You're going to bend the elbows. So if you start and you need to change your weights, go for it. It's like you're doing an upright row. It's like you're zipping up a coat. Nice. The other thing is you can always do fewer or more if we need to adjust. 6, 7, 8, 9. Check that your knees are soft. Everybody looks good. 12. Good. And at the top, Jean, leave the elbow higher than the wrist. Don't let the wrist come up higher. Yeah. So you don't want to flip your arm or anything like that. So yeah. Try 3 more. 2, 1. Now leave the weight low. Bend the elbows like you have a hammer and then lower. Bend the elbows. Shoulders stay open. Hips stay tall or long or open. 6, 7, 8. Good. I like it when you're lengthening the elbow. You're not letting the weight just yank your arm backwards. Good. You're in control. So you're lowering. And it's not going into hyperextension. 2 more. Let those hand weights down. Take the hands behind and we'll just do a little chest opening. 5, 4, 3, 2, sway. Nice. Now, if you have one heavier weight, take that one. So if you have 1, 7, or 8, or 9, or 10, up to 10, you can do that. If not, take 2 small ones, and we're going to take a tricep with one weight behind us. Again, this is a pretty important muscle group. Press up. Now your ribs are still going to gently tuck down. Your pubic bone is going to gently tuck up so that your low back isn't too arched. 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Let that go. Take one arm over, and it's like you're a half moon in yoga, but just feel free to move a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, take it up and over. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then let it down. Now take two heavier weights. We're gonna do a bent over row. And it could be a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now act like your back's a table. You see how you have a little bit of knee bend and you're gonna bend the elbows. Act like you're starting to pull a lawnmower. Yeah. Good, Betty, that looks good. Good, Jean. The arms are pulling. It's like you're starting a lawnmower. Pull, pull, exhale. Feel some back of your shoulder, back and biceps. Now lower those weights down. Take the feet, I'd say shoulder width apart, and just sway. We're gonna do a rear fly now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're gonna take a lighter weight. I'd say a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5 at the most. And we're gonna do that same table position, like you're a little knee bent, your back is straight, ear, shoulder, hip, and then open up like a T. It's kind of like you're flying. Your heels are heavier than your toes here. Good. It really looks good. 5. You're going to about parallel. 6 to the floor. 7, 8, 9. Now, if you can take up to 5 more, do. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, now lower those down. And then just for a moment, pat yourself on the back, tricep. Now lean. Tricep. And lean. Nice job. Grab a sip and we'll meet on the floor for the band work. So I am going to tilt my screen down a little bit. Place the band around the feet. Now if you have 2 bands, you can also do this with 2 bands. Or if you have a couple different bands, you definitely want the heavier of the band. Cross your straps and bend, or straps. Bend your elbows and pull. This is a row. 4, 5, 6. This is a good chance if you have, if you can spread out your toes. Create a big space between the pinky and the big toe. And then take a moment and we're going to switch it up. So I'm going to get rid of a band. If you have 2, get rid of a band. Cross your rope, cross your band, put your elbows really close to your side and open up just the forearms. So this is external rotation. Jean, put the band around your feet and then cross your band and put your elbows really close to your side like you're holding onto a washcloth, and then open up your forearms. Yep, you got it. This is so good for shoulder health. This is external rotation. 7. Good. 8, 9. And the forearm is parallel to the floor and the elbow's about 90 degrees. Yeah. Now lift up your elbow away from your body, and it's almost like you're doing that reverse fly we did earlier with the lightweight. So now you can lift your arm, Jean, and kind of go out like a T, both arms out. Yeah, it's like a hug a tree reverse. Rear shoulder is working. Yeah, about parallel to the floor. Hands wide. Good, Betty, that looks good. So important for shoulders and posture. Now uncross those ropes or bands and use your abs to roll back a little bit. Bend your elbows and take biceps here. Now you're going to feel your abs are working and your biceps. If you need it harder, lift up your elbow a little bit. Nice. 3, 2, 1, and sit up. Now pull the arms, kind of like you just barely want to miss the floor. You're just barely hovering over the floor. And pull, and pull, and pull, and pull. You're tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let that go for a moment, and let's take the weights. So make sure you have your weights handy. We're going to do some lying down on our back, feet on the floor, chest presses. So a heavier weight would be great. Put your feet on the floor. Have your hand weights, one in each hand. Press up, and you're kissing the end of the weights. Betty, try kissing the 2 single ends. Yeah, and then bend your elbows like you're 90 degrees or field goal post and press up. And inhale, and then exhale, push. Now your feet are on the floor. That's going to keep going. I'm just talking. That's going to help you keep your ribs down. It's like you're doing a push-up. Your wrists are pretty neutral here. You're opening up till your elbow roughly touches the floor and comes up, or the upper arm touches the floor. Your shoulder blades are gently on the back the whole time, on the floor, like your shoulder blades are lily pads on a pond. Now, let go for a moment and take a full body stretch. Arms overhead, stretch through your arms, stretch through your legs. Now, take your weights again, feet on the floor, touch them, both ends of the weights together, and it's almost like you're hugging a tree. You're going to have this circular, good. Up to 5 more. If you need to rest, you can. Otherwise, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now, let your arms go long and let your legs go long. Full body stretch. And then grab a sip of water, or whatever you need. I'm going to grab my foam roller. It's in the other room. Sorry about that. Used the foam roller in the other room yesterday. You're going to take the weights, just make sure they're out of the way for a moment. You're going to take the foam roller as a way to do some back strengthening called the swans. So your legs are long, the belly's on the floor, and we put our pinky side of our forearm on the roller. Now go up and down. So we go up and down. Good. So part of our strength training is we do posture work. We're concerned about the muscles getting strong and the bones staying dense. 3 more, 2 more. Now stay up and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then lower. We'll do that again. Go up, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower. Go up one more time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower. And then you can take a child's pose. Press your hips back to your heels and let your low back rest for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to take some planks with the foam roller. So you're going to put your forearms on one end, you're on the floor, and you're going to put your foam roller on your shin end. So what we'll do is put the elbows down, and then you're going to bend the knees. This is called inchworm, underneath your torso. You're going to feel the toes are needing to be turned towards each other, so you roll out your muscles, not your bones. Bend the knees and then straighten. Bend the knees and then straighten. Bend the knees and straighten. Bend and straighten. And recover. And I just have to adjust my mat a little bit. We're going to do 10 hip lifts. Now with this one, your knees stay pretty long. Your forearms are on the mat. Your toes are in towards each other. Lift your hips and then go back to plank. Lift your hips. Good. 3, it's like an upside down V. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, and recover for a moment. Good job. The next one is going to be corner to corner inchworm. So your legs are long, and then you take your knees to the left corner plank, then right corner plank. So plank, knees to the left, plank, knees to the right. Plank, knees to the left, plank, knees to the right. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now recover. Take a moment. And this one's going to be a knee long pike to the corner plank, knee long pike to the corner plank. So forearms down, legs long. Lift your hips towards the left with knees long. Lift your hips to the right with knees long. Exhale. We have 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower. And then take the back down and let your feet on the roller on this side. So we'll just do bridge on the roller. And that's also for the back and the glutes. This is another exercise like swan that we tend to get most days because it's really important for back care. You can also think about articulation of the spine, so mobility. So curl up and curl down. Curl up and curl down. Now gently point your toes towards the floor if you need it harder. Where the heels are on the roller and you're gently pointing your toes towards the floor. Now stay up and take 10 little pulses. Knees together, 10 little pulses. Now open up your knees a little wider than your heels and 10 little pulses. Now lower down and take your hands to your feet and hold that happy baby. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Now we're going to take the foam roller and we're going to roll out the armpit lat area. So take your foam roller underneath your right shoulder / armpit area where the lat twist. So your hand can gently support your weight. Good, Betty. 10. And you're going to just make sure to breathe. 9. You can roll out a little bit back like you're looking at the sky. That's going to get that shoulder. And then let's switch it up. So get that armpit, the other one. It's like the lat, there's a place where the lat twist. So you're getting behind that shoulder blade. So let your arm be a little cradle. Now the shoulder's back there. So if you roll back and you find some spots there that you need, please take it to your exploring, discovering, getting that. Four, 3, 2. Hey, Jean. Hi, girl. I saw the name come up on your phone. We're foam rolling. And then what you can do is put your upper back on the roller. So you're going to take the foam roller on your upper back. I might move you guys in closer so that I don't have to keep. I just want to make sure I can see you well. All right, take that upper back on the foam roller, sideways. Lift up your hips, and your hands are in your head. You got it. Five, 4. Good, Jean. Just rolling out the upper back. 3, 2. Yep. The hips are up. We'll do a few more, Betty, because Jean had a little technical issue. Okay. Lift your hips. 5, 4, 3. Ah, wonderful. All right, now we're gonna get off of there. Roll out that, I just wanna move a couple of props so I don't hit them. Roll out the IT. The elbow is gonna be on the mat. Your foam roller is on your side leg. Now if it's too easy, you can lift up both feet. Most people need 8 foot down. Yeah. So the foam roller is perpendicular to your leg. Now you can roll out the hip more. You can deviate forward. There's a lot of areas on here that might need your help, so you may look different than somebody else when you're rolling out the muscles you need. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, let's try the other. Forearm down, open up your sideways, IT. If you face the floor a little bit, you get a little bit more quad. If you face the ceiling a little bit, you get a little bit more of that outer hamstring. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And Betty, I'd love some feedback about your knees, how you're doing after you've been doing the hiking program. This all could help, but I want to hear more. Now, when you're ready, go to your quad. What you'll do is put your forearms on the mat and put your foam roller on your thighs. And you can, it's almost like you're doing a plank. Go back and forth, toe out like Charlie Chaplin, and you'll feel more inner quad. Toe in and you'll feel more outer quad. We're doing our quads, Miss Jean. If you want harder, you can bend your knees. That's a lot harder. Or you could even just bias one leg. And bias the other leg. And good. And then just for a moment, let's touch the calves. So your feet, or excuse me, your hands are behind you, your calves are on the roller. Now lift up your booty and you're going to roll out your calves. You can toe out. You can toe in. You can be neutral. 10, 9, I know that's a hard one. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Take a moment. Let's use that roller for a posture stretch. Put your hips on one end. Put your head on the other and open up your arms. Now, you're going to probably open it like a Y or a T. And relax here, knees together, or bound angle will work, either one, yeah. Relax, let the chest release. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, gently roll to the side. Now use that foam roller underneath your sacrum. So like a bridge, lift up, and then put your foam roller underneath your sacrum. Now that right there is enough to decompress the back, low back. Or if you want, and your hip flexors are also getting passive, you can stretch out one leg, do that for a count of 10, or the left leg for 10, and then switch, or both legs. So if you do both legs, I usually have to move the foam roller closer to where the glute meets the hamstring. And then just relax. Try to release the hips, the psoas major, the hip flexor. Let your feet come back on the floor and move that just for a bit. And then we'll put this on the upper back. Now, you may need a pillow or a foam roller underneath your head on this one. It's a back, this is all posture. Your upper back is now on. Now, if your head doesn't meet the floor, you can use your hands, or you see how I have that's it. That pillow will be just perfect. Betty, I bet you. Your head is on, most people's head's on something. I have a pretty naturally extended upper back, and then I do Pilates, and then my neck's long, so I can touch the floor, but you're sort of working with, you want the body to be able to relax, so you're not forcing anything. Same thing with your hips. If they are not touching the floor, get a pillow underneath your hips. Now the palms are facing up most likely. Betty, I just can't see where the foam roller is. Is it underneath your upper back? I think it is, right? Just a tilt down. Okay, let me see. I think that's going to be right. I just want to double check. Okay. Your arm position looks great. Your upper back, nice. Good girls. Okay, good, Jean. And rest your shoulders and chest. They're the muscles that are getting drawn forward in our daily life. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Now what you can do is take a hand behind the head and tuck up like you're doing an ab crunch. Now take that roller out and lie back down and just see how does your back feel. So take a moment to rest on the floor. See if your back feels a lot flatter. Relax the shoulders, relax the back. Now the last one will be that you could put your legs up on the wall or a couch, but if you want to put your hips up on a roller or the foam block, the yoga block, you can do that too. You're going to feel a low back decompression when you do that. So get kind of close to your wall or your, yep. You can do that too, Miss Betty. Yeah. Okay, that's it. And then, yeah, exactly. Put your hands where they feel open. Okay. And relax. When the hips are higher than the rest of that low back, there's a decompression. So you can visualize that space. Just take a few more moments here. Slowly release the block or the foam roller, and then slowly wake up the fingers and wake up the toes and come in towards the seated position that's comfortable for you. And we'll lift up through your spine. Good. And then take your hands together and just gently roll out your wrist. And we'll do it the other way. Take the fingers forward and pull down. Just waking some stretches to all the muscles we used in the gripping, and pull down. Notice how the shoulder is still down the back. Good, Jean. And then take your fingers forward and pull the other way. And try the other. Ah, feels so good, right? Yes. Make sure you've gotten both sides of both forearms. And if you can, add your palms until they go lower, and they'll probably separate, and hold that stretch. Now this same prayer pose is going to go behind us, but go up your back. Shoulders open. Looks great. That looks great. Fine. Nice. And this is, some people had emailed after I did these that this was helpful for them. So this is out of an arthritis handbook, but one finger and then stretch out the second and then stretch out the third. Really like give each finger your attention. Fourth finger, stretch. Fifth. Now when you curl them, there's a parasympathetic response that all the fingers are gonna try to curl. So really try to keep whatever is straight, just the thumb. Now the first finger, now see how the other ones are trying to bend, so keep them straight. Now this one, stretch out, see how they're trying to come. Then the fourth, and then the fifth. Good, and then just add a little wrist roll and a wrist roll. And the last one is like an ulnar stretch, thumb to first finger and flip. Now your three fingers should be catching, yeah, there you go. It's ulnar and the underside. Okay, that looks great. And then just kind of Liberace your hands. Take your hands to your heart. Your thumbs can touch your heart. And just take 3 breaths here. And just notice that quiet peace that's inside. And let that be the intention that for the next couple hours you're intimately connected with that sense of peace that is your natural state of well-being. Notice if anything in the outside world accidentally starts to disturb you from that peace, and remember that you don't want to give your power up to anything or anyone, that you are the master of your own energy. And so that you can always come back into alignment. Catching it early is the trick, and to come back into a sense of peace with a few deliberate breaths anytime you need it. So we'll set that intention for peace and balance the next couple hours. And whenever you're ready, let your eyes come back into the room. And with so much pleasure and appreciation, thank you so much. Thank you guys. You're looking strong and flexible. Bye. Thank you. Thank you.